In a distant galaxy, a sleek spaceship floated through the stars. Inside, a group of aliens buzzed with excitement. They were from the planet Zorath and had heard tales about Earth. The stories spoke of strange creatures called humans, who were said to be weak and foolish. The aliens thought it would be easy to visit this so-called home of humans and see how inferior they were. As their ship approached Earth, the aliens gazed out the windows. The blue and green planet looked beautiful from space, but they had no idea what awaited them. They landed in a quiet field, surrounded by tall grass and colorful flowers. The aliens stepped out of their ship, their three eyes blinking in the bright sunlight. "Look at this place!" one alien exclaimed, a smile on its face. "It looks so peaceful." "Peaceful? More like boring," replied another alien, rolling its eyes. "Let's find some humans to laugh at." They marched toward a nearby town, excited to see the strange creatures. When they arrived, they found humans going about their daily lives. Some were walking their dogs, others were riding bicycles, and a few were sitting on benches chatting with friends. The aliens stood in the middle of the park, staring at the humans with a mix of curiosity and amusement. "Look at them," one alien pointed, laughing. "They have no idea how silly they look." The aliens began to mimic the humans' movements, making fun of their clumsy ways. They wiggled their arms and stomped their feet, trying to imitate how humans walked. A few nearby humans noticed and stopped to stare. Confused looks spread across their faces, but the aliens just laughed harder. "Why do they walk like that?" another alien asked. "Are they trying to dance? They should learn from us," one alien said proudly. "Zorathians are far superior." As they continued to mock the humans, a brave young woman named Sarah watched from a distance. She was tired of the aliens' laughter and decided to confront them. Gathering her courage, she walked over, her heart pounding in her chest. "Hey, what are you doing?" Sarah shouted, her voice firm. The aliens turned to face her, surprised by her boldness. "We're just enjoying the show," one alien replied with a smirk. "Look how silly you all are." "Silly? You think you know us?" Sarah said, crossing her arms. "You have no idea what Earth is really like. It's a tough place, and we've learned to survive in it." The aliens exchanged glances, intrigued. "Tough? This looks easy," one alien scoffed. "What can you possibly teach us?" Sarah took a deep breath. "I challenge you to explore Earth for a day. If you think it's so easy, then let's see how you handle it." The aliens were taken aback. "Explore Earth? You mean live like humans?" one asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yes, spend a day in our shoes," she replied confidently. "Then maybe you'll understand why we are stronger than you think." The aliens hesitated. The idea of living like humans was frightening, but they were also curious. They couldn't let a human think they were afraid. After a moment of silence, the leader of the aliens stepped forward. "Very well, we accept your challenge," the leader declared, puffing out its chest. "We will show you how easy it is." With that, Sarah smiled, knowing she had successfully turned the tables. The aliens were about to discover that Earth was not as simple as it seemed. As they prepared for their adventure, Sarah couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and worry. This was the beginning of something extraordinary, and she knew the aliens would soon learn the truth about Earth's harsh reality. Little did they know their laughter would soon fade, replaced by a growing respect for the humans they had underestimated. The adventure was just beginning, and Earth was ready to show them what it truly meant to survive. The sun rose brightly over the horizon as Sarah stood with the group of aliens in the park. They had agreed to spend the day exploring Earth, and she could see the excitement mixed with nervousness in their alien eyes. Each one was unique, with green skin and three eyes, and they looked ready for an adventure. "Are you all ready?" Sarah asked, trying to sound encouraging. The aliens nodded, but some looked uncertain. "Let's start with a hike in the woods," she suggested. The aliens exchanged worried glances. They were used to the smooth, controlled environment of their planet, not the unpredictable wilds of Earth. But they didn't want to show weakness. "Sure, lead the way," said the alien leader, trying to sound brave. As they walked toward the nearby forest, Sarah explained what they would see. "There are trees, animals, and many different plants. Just be careful, as some things can be dangerous." The aliens laughed at her warning. "Dangerous? We are not afraid," one of them boasted. When they entered the forest, the beauty of nature surrounded them. Tall trees stretched toward the sky, and the sounds of chirping birds filled the air. The aliens were amazed. "This is beautiful," one alien exclaimed. However, their joy didn't last long. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the ground became uneven, and thick bushes blocked their path. Suddenly, a loud rustling noise came from the bushes nearby. The aliens froze, their eyes wide with fear. "What was that?" one alien whispered, glancing at Sarah. "That's just a deer," she assured them. "Don't worry, it's not dangerous." But just then, a young deer jumped out of the bushes, startled by their presence. The aliens shrieked and stumbled backward, tripping over each other. They were not used to such sudden movements in their quiet spaceship. "It's just a deer," Sarah laughed, trying to calm them down. The aliens were embarrassed but also fascinated. They had never seen an animal like this before. As they continued walking, the terrain became steeper. The path turned into a rocky incline, and Sarah led the way, showing them how to climb safely. The aliens struggled. Their smooth bodies weren't built for rough terrain, and they slipped and fell several times. "Why is this so hard?" one alien complained, panting. "On Zorath, we glide effortlessly." "That's because your planet is flat," Sarah replied, helping an alien to its feet. "Earth is not easy. You have to adapt." As they reached the top of the hill, the view was breathtaking. They could see miles of trees stretching into the distance and a river winding through the landscape. The aliens were speechless, their previous laughter forgotten. "This is incredible," the leader said, finally recognizing the beauty of Earth. "But we are tired. Can we rest?" Sarah nodded, and they found a flat rock to sit on. As they rested, Sarah pointed out the sounds around them. "Listen, the birds, the rustling leaves, the flowing water. This is nature." The aliens listened closely, trying to take it all in. They had never paid attention to such sounds before. It felt alive, vibrant, and full of energy. After resting, they decided to explore the river nearby. As they approached the water, they saw fish swimming and birds diving in for a catch. "Let's see if we can catch a fish," Sarah suggested, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The aliens were unsure. "Catch a fish? Isn't that hard?" one alien asked. "Not if you work together," Sarah replied. "Just watch and learn." They all waded into the shallow water, and Sarah showed them how to scoop fish using their hands. The aliens were clumsy at first, splashing water everywhere and getting soaked. But soon they started to laugh, their earlier fears fading. Finally, after many attempts, one alien managed to catch a small fish. "I did it!" it shouted, holding the fish high. The others cheered, their confidence growing. As the sun began to set, they sat by the riverbank, watching the sky turn shades of orange and pink. The aliens looked around, realizing how much they had learned in just one day. They had come to mock humans, but instead they found adventure and beauty. "Maybe Earth is not as easy as we thought," the leader admitted, his tone sincere. Sarah smiled, knowing this was just the beginning of their journey together. The next morning, Sarah and the aliens woke up early, ready for another adventure. They had spent the night in the woods, and the experiences from the previous day still echoed in their minds. The aliens were excited, but there was also a sense of nervousness among them. "What are we doing today?" one alien asked, rubbing its three eyes. Sarah smiled. "Today we are going to learn how to build a shelter. It's an important skill for surviving in the wild." The aliens looked at each other, unsure. "Build a shelter? Why do we need that?" one asked. "We have our spaceship. But what if you were stranded on Earth?" Sarah explained. "You need to know how to protect yourself from the weather and animals." The aliens nodded, starting to understand the importance of her words. They followed Sarah to a clearing where she began to show them how to gather materials like branches and leaves. "First, we need to find strong branches for the frame," she said, pointing to the trees. The aliens eagerly started collecting sticks, but they struggled to find the right ones. They were used to working with tools, not their hands. "Look, this one is perfect," an alien exclaimed, holding up a large branch, but it was too heavy. It struggled to lift it and dropped it with a loud thud. "Be careful. You can hurt yourself," Sarah warned, rushing to help. The aliens watched as Sarah demonstrated how to build a simple lean-to shelter. She expertly leaned the branches against a sturdy tree, creating a triangular shape. "Now you try," she encouraged. The aliens jumped in, determined to show their skills. They grabbed branches, but their lack of experience led to chaos. Some branches fell over and others snapped under pressure. They became frustrated, their laughter turning into sighs. "This is harder than it looks," one alien said, scratching its head. "Keep trying," Sarah encouraged. It takes practice. Remember, we humans have to learn these skills too. After many attempts, they finally built a small but sturdy shelter. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. The aliens cheered, feeling a sense of accomplishment. "Now let's test it," Sarah said, grinning. "Pretend a storm is coming!" As if on cue, dark clouds rolled in and the wind picked up. The aliens gasped as they hurried inside the shelter. "What's happening?" one shouted, looking scared. "Just a little wind. This is part of learning." Sarah laughed. "You need to stay calm." Suddenly, rain began to pour. The sound of raindrops hitting the leaves was loud, but the aliens felt safe inside their shelter. "This is kind of nice," one alien admitted, looking at the rain through the branches. But soon the rain intensified and water started to seep in. "Uh-oh! We need to fix this!" Sarah shouted over the noise. The aliens jumped into action, using leaves to cover the gaps. They worked together, trying to block the water. "This is a real challenge," one alien said, panting. As they struggled, Sarah reminded them, "Just like humans, you must adapt and find solutions." After several minutes of teamwork, they managed to keep most of the water out. They sat inside, laughing and celebrating their success despite the storm outside. Once the rain stopped, the sun peeked through the clouds and a beautiful rainbow appeared. The aliens emerged from the shelter, amazed. "Wow! Look at that!" one shouted, pointing to the sky. "That's the reward for hard work," Sarah said with a smile. "When you face challenges, you can discover beauty." Feeling inspired, the aliens gathered around Sarah. "We want to learn more," the leader declared. "Show us everything about Earth." Sarah's heart swelled with joy. They had come so far in just a few days, moving from mockery to admiration. The aliens had learned that Earth was full of challenges, but it also offered friendship and wonder. Together they set off to explore more, ready to face whatever adventures awaited them. Each step forward brought them closer, not just as companions, but as friends who respected each other's strengths and differences. They were no longer just aliens and humans. They were explorers, ready to conquer the wild together. The sun was shining brightly the next day as Sarah and the aliens prepared for another adventure. They had spent the night in their makeshift shelter, and now they were eager to learn more about Earth and each other. The aliens had come a long way since their first day, moving from fear and mockery to curiosity and excitement. "Today we will explore the nearby village," Sarah announced, packing some supplies into her backpack. "You'll get to meet more humans and learn about our culture." The aliens looked at each other with a mix of enthusiasm and anxiety. "What is a village?" one asked. "It's a place where people live, work, and share life together," Sarah explained. "You'll see markets, houses, and even parks." The aliens nodded, their three eyes sparkling with curiosity. They followed Sarah through the forest, walking the trail they had created together. The closer they got to the village, the louder the sounds of life became. Children laughed, and the scent of fresh food filled the air. When they arrived at the village, the aliens were amazed by what they saw. Humans walked around, chatting, playing, and shopping. "It's so busy," one alien exclaimed, feeling overwhelmed. "Just take it all in," Sarah said, smiling. "This is life on Earth." As they strolled through the market, the aliens watched as Sarah interacted with the vendors. She smiled, greeted everyone, and even helped a child pick up some dropped fruit. The aliens noticed how friendly and open humans could be. "Humans seem happy," one alien remarked, tilting its head in wonder. "Is this normal?" "Absolutely," Sarah replied. "We like to connect with each other. It makes life enjoyable." Curious, the aliens decided to try talking to some humans. They approached a group of children playing a game. "What are you doing?" the leader asked, his three eyes wide with interest. The children stopped and stared at the aliens, unsure of what to say. After a moment, one brave child replied, "We're playing tag! Do you want to join us?" The aliens exchanged excited looks. "What is tag?" one asked, tilting its head in confusion. "It's a game. One person is it and tries to touch the others. If you get touched, you become." It explained the child, demonstrating with exaggerated movements. The aliens were intrigued. "Let's play," the leader declared, and they jumped into the game, unsure of the rules but eager to try. As they ran around, laughter filled the air. The aliens stumbled and fell but quickly got back up, their excitement pushing them forward. The children showed them how to play, and soon everyone was laughing together, forming a bond that transcended species. After the game, the aliens were out of breath but exhilarated. "That was fun," one alien said, grinning widely. "See? You made new friends," Sarah encouraged. "This is what friendship feels like." Feeling proud, the aliens decided to show their appreciation. "We want to share something from our planet," the leader said. "Let's show them Zorath's special dance." The children were curious and agreed. The aliens began to dance, their movements flowing and graceful. The children watched in awe, clapping along to the rhythm. The aliens' dance was unlike anything they had seen before, full of joy and energy. When the dance ended, everyone cheered. The children wanted to learn how to dance like the aliens. "Teach us," they begged. With laughter and encouragement, the aliens began to teach their new friends the steps. The villagers soon joined in, creating a lively scene filled with music and joy. They were dancing together, blending Earth and Zorath into a beautiful celebration of friendship. As the sun began to set, Sarah looked around at the vibrant scene. The laughter of children mixed with the aliens' unique dance, and for the first time, she saw true friendship blossom. The aliens had come to Earth thinking they were superior, but they were learning that humans had much to offer in return. "This is what makes Earth special," Sarah said, smiling. "It's about connection, understanding, and sharing moments together." The aliens nodded, their eyes reflecting newfound respect for their human companions. They were no longer just explorers, they were friends, united by their adventures and experiences. As darkness fell, the village was alive with lights and laughter. The aliens and humans had formed a bond that would last beyond this day. They had learned from each other, sharing joy and friendship in a way neither had expected. And in that moment, under the starlit sky, they knew they were all part of something greater. The sun rose over the village, casting a warm golden light on everything it touched. Sarah woke up excited. Today was the day the aliens would make a big decision about their future on Earth. After the incredible day of dancing and playing with the village children, they had formed a bond that felt almost unbreakable. As Sarah stepped outside, she noticed the aliens gathered near their shelter, discussing something in low voices. Their colorful skin shimmered in the morning light, and their 3 eyes sparkled with energy. Sarah approached them with a smile. "Good morning. What are you talking about?" she asked, curious. The leader of the aliens looked at her, his expression serious but hopeful. "We have been thinking about what we learned yesterday. We see that life here is different from what we know. We have never felt this way before." "What do you mean?" Sarah asked, her heart racing with anticipation. "We felt joy, friendship, and love. These feelings are new for us. We want to learn more," the leader explained, glancing at the others. "We want to stay here on Earth." Sarah's eyes widened in surprise and happiness. "You want to live here? With us?" "Yes!" the aliens shouted in unison, their voices ringing with excitement. "We want to explore more of your world and learn everything we can about humans and this beautiful planet." Sarah's heart swelled with joy. She knew how much the aliens had changed in such a short time. They had started as mockers, thinking humans were weak, but now they understood the strength in friendship and cooperation. "That's amazing. We can help you learn about Earth together," Sarah said, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "We can explore the forests, learn about animals, and even go to the oceans." The aliens buzzed with excitement, their eyes wide and eager. "Yes, we want to see everything. We want to experience your world fully," one of them exclaimed, bouncing with energy. As they prepared for the day, Sarah thought about what it meant for the aliens to stay. She felt a sense of pride, knowing she had helped them see the beauty of Earth. She gathered some supplies for their journey, ready to take them to the nearby forest to explore. They set off down the trail, the sounds of the village fading behind them. Birds chirped in the trees, and the air was fresh and crisp. Sarah led the way, explaining different plants and animals they encountered. The aliens were curious, asking questions and marveling at everything they saw. "Why do humans enjoy nature so much?" one alien asked, observing a butterfly flutter by. "Nature teaches us many lessons," Sarah replied. "It shows us how to live in harmony. Every creature has a purpose just like us. We learn from each other." The aliens listened intently, nodding. They began to understand the connection humans had with the world around them. After a while, they reached a beautiful clearing by a sparkling stream. The sunlight danced on the water, creating shimmering patterns. "This is one of my favorite places," Sarah said, beaming. "It's peaceful here. The aliens stepped closer to the water, intrigued. "What do we do now?" the leader asked. "Let's have a picnic," Sarah suggested, pulling out food from her backpack. She had brought sandwiches and fruits to share. The aliens were surprised but excited to try human food. As they sat by the stream, they laughed and talked, sharing stories from their home planet. The aliens described their cities, filled with strange colors and technology, while Sarah shared tales of her childhood, filled with adventures and dreams. "This is wonderful," an alien exclaimed, taking a bite of a sandwich. "This food is delicious. How do you make it?" Sarah chuckled. "It's simple. I can teach you how to cook human food later." They spent the afternoon enjoying their time together, feeling a sense of belonging. As the sun began to set, the sky transformed into shades of orange and pink. The aliens watched in awe, realizing how beautiful Earth truly was. "We want to help protect this planet," the leader said, determination shining in his eyes. "We have learned so much, and we want to share our knowledge from Zorath, too. Together, we can make a difference." Sarah felt tears of joy welling in her eyes. "Yes! Together, we can learn from each other and create a better future for both humans and aliens." With that, they made a pact, a promise to work together, explore, and protect their new home. The bonds of friendship they had formed were strong, and they knew that together they could overcome any challenge. As night fell, the stars twinkled brightly above them, a beautiful reminder of the infinite possibilities ahead. Sarah and the aliens looked up at the sky, filled with hope and excitement for the new beginning that awaited them. They were no longer just humans and aliens, they were a united team, ready to face whatever the universe had in store. Together, they would explore the wonders of Earth and share their adventures with everyone they met. This was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey.